This video explains how to complete a Ticket to Work individual work plan for a job seeker who is eligible and their ticket is assignable. Individual work plans are available at the BrevardWorkforce.com webpage. First, select the Supporting Job Seekers radio button. From the Job Seekers page, under Related Pages, select Disability Services. From the Disability Services page, under Related Pages, select Ticket to Work. Under the Ticket to Work page, under Additional Links, select Individual Work Plan. Many of the fields in the Ticket to Work individual work plan are already populated with the necessary information. It should be noted that the Ticket to Work individual work plan cannot be saved. It can only be printed after it is completed. The My Name section is for the job seeker's general information. Alternate contact information should only be filled out if the job seeker has a guardian or payee representative. The short-term vocational goal should be a short and concise statement about what the job seeker is currently pursuing. Most likely this will be enrolled in an educational opportunity or seeking part-time or full-time employment. Expected monthly earnings for the short-term vocational goal may never be less than $750. The long-term vocational goal should always be employment. Expected monthly earnings for a long-term vocational goal may never be less than $1,100. The Career Counseling and Guidance section has been populated with some recommended areas to discuss with the job seeker. Always provide the internet address for the Red Book and explain that how any wages will affect their benefits is clearly defined in the Red Book. Crosswalking skills and identifying potential employers was most likely discussed in previous meetings. You may add any other guidance you provided, just be brief. It is only necessary to discuss accommodations if the job seeker expresses an interest. If the job seeker would like more information or needs an accommodation, you should review the 2 web links provided. Both of these websites provide sufficient information on the subject of accommodations. However, if this is insufficient, you should schedule an appointment for the job seeker with the DPN. Job search and placement services are required entries. Registration for services in Employ Florida should have already been completed, as well as assistance with resume writing. Additionally, please review your case notes, but keep any entries short. The IWP is not where all job search and placement services are recorded. EFM documents the services you have provided. This section only ensures that basic job search and placement services were agreed to and provided. The Job Coaching and Training section does not require an entry. However, you may use your EFM case notes for applicable entries, but again, keep it short. The Job Accommodation Planning section does not require an entry, therefore an entry should only be written here if applicable. The Continuing Employment Support section requires an entry. Using our current standard practices, you should briefly describe the follow-up already planned for this job seeker based on the type of service being provided. New or additional follow-up is not required. Once the job seeker obtains employment, the DPN will meet quarterly with them to fulfill the additional requirements. Therefore, you should include this statement in the Continuing Employment Support section. The Recent Work History section should be filled out. The accuracy and completeness of this information is not that important, however. You should simply ask the job seeker what they can remember and enter the information provided. If the job seeker is sketchy on details or unsure, that's fine. Just collect what they know and move on to the next section. Conditions related to the success of My IWP and the items the EN has agreed to should normally be entered as none. Unless the job seeker makes a specific request that you feel can easily be accomplished, then you may add that agreed to condition in this section. Once again, normally one word is entered in this section, none. The Rights and Remedies section has been populated and requires no entries other then the beneficiary's signature and date, and the EN representative signature and date. The record of counseling provided during IWP development section should include previous counseling, meetings, or services that have already been documented in EFM. In this section, you are simply entering the dates you provided services to this job seeker previously. If some of your services or meetings did not last 1 hour, you can use multiple dates for the 1 hour minimum. Once you have identified 2 hours of counseling in EFM, you are done. The name of the counselor is you, and this completes the IWP. You should give the job seeker a copy and send a copy to the DPN by any method other than email. Remember, the Social Security number of the job seeker is on this document, so you may fax it or put it in a manila inner office envelope to get it to the DPN. Once the job seeker has a copy, the DPN has a copy, and the original is in your job seeker files, the process is complete. You now only need to provide standard Career Center services to this job seeker going forward. The DPN will take care of all other ticket work processes.